Right, okay, we are going to continue with the weekly all signs love readings. Today it's Aries and Taurus. I'm thinking about doing a couple of signs each day, just so I can get more days, going to the top of the algorithm. It's just an experiment, see what happens. You will get the same amount of content for the same signs. I don't know, it's just because I seemed to get the same amount of likes for just doing a couple of signs, so let's do it again and see what happens. Yes, I now have a website, okay, www.sevenchakrastarot.com. It's claimed, it's mine. Basically because personal readings are flying up, demand is flying up. I just thought I need to solidify what I'm doing. So this is going to be Aries and Taurus. I've changed my setup. We're going for Pugliese, Italian nonna style theme, so I can relive my holiday in Puglia. So, new tarot deck. It's not new to me, but it's what we're using today. Why does my voice keep going? It's the Solar Kingdom tarot deck. Absolutely love it. Don't know why my voice keeps going. I'm using the Self-Care Wisdom cards by Cheryl Richardson and the Essential Oils Healing deck. So we've got a nice plant theme going on today. Right, let's get some sage on the go, and I will get my laptop open so I can control the chat, so we can get the freaks out nice and quick. Hi, Alfie. So if you're new to the channel, oh my god, that's cute. I've just opened up my laptop and seen my new business cards as well. Basically, YouTube announced huge changes on Tuesday, which rocked my world. And then so I've just been sort of reorganising myself, galvanising, solidifying a business, because watch page hours are, I don't know what they're playing at, but that's not a goal of mine anymore. So let me just get my channel set up on my laptop and we'll get started with Aries, okay? So it's just Aries and Taurus in this live. I'm going to try going live each day and doing a couple of signs each day. Guys, if you haven't visited my Instagram, will you please visit it? I wasn't really doing anything with it, but I'm starting to post on there now. Just more content about the signs, like funny memes and stuff like that. But it's a way for you to contact me by direct message if you want a reading as well. Content, lives. There we are. I need to be able to control the chat because the freaks come out sometimes. Let me turn the sound off. There we go. Why is the screen so small? Thank you, Alfie, that's really nice. Okay. Thank you for the like. Do give me a like, people. You people out there. Where I've put my lighter. Don't worry, don't smoke. It's just for the sage. Okay. In fact, let me get a candle. Because it's very dangerous holding tiny pieces of sage. We're not going to advocate that. We're not going to do that. Hi, Freddie. I've got my coastal sunset candle. Absolutely love it. We're going to blow it out so I don't burn myself though. I'm getting notifications because my sister's in Paris at the moment. And my nephews. So I'll look at these after. Okay, so a weekly all signs love reading first for Aries. Let's get the card for Aries. I do a 9-card spread. I get 3 cards for how you're feeling, 3 cards for how your person's feeling, and I get 3 cards for the outcome. I clarify why they feel the way that they feel. I get messages from them, and I get you some advice from Spirit. What card shall I use? Should we use these ones? So we've got Aries. Okay, so yeah, it's the Solar Kingdom Tarot deck. Absolutely stunning. I like to change my setup. I think I got this Hessian with white lace over it from... Where did I get that from? That was a while ago. Might have been from Amazon actually. Let's do another shuffle. Hi Verity, that's a nice name. Does Verity mean like truth? I feel like it would do. Because Vero is like Latin, isn't it? For yes or true. Correct. I'll have to look that up after. Don't like not knowing stuff. Really don't like not knowing stuff. Okay. I was in York yesterday seeing my friend. That was a nice change, but the traffic was murder, so I've had like a relaxing morning this morning. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries feeling in this, what week are we on now? Third week. Third week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about dealing with or manifesting in. 3 cards for how Aries is feeling, please. The family WhatsApp's going crazy. Aries, we've got the Fool reversed. Okay, so look at these cards. I'm going to let you look at the artwork first. The Fool is 0. It's a reset card, okay? So tarot runs in cycles from 0 all the way up to 10. When you get to 10, you can't have any more than that, okay? It has to reset back to 0. So it's like new chapters, okay? So this would be a new chapter, willing to take a leap of faith, you know? Fools jump over the ledge into, you know, the sea, like cliff jumping. They know it's dangerous. They know they could smash their, you know, ankles, their head on a pile of rocks. And they do it anyway because they're just willing to do it, okay? It's fire energy, Aries energy. That's reversed. So you are not willing to take any kind of risk at the moment. Playing it safe. Let's get another card to see how Aries is feeling in this third week of August 2026. The 6 of Wands is victory, recognition. So you might feel that you are getting attention, okay? You could have done something recently to your appearance and you know, have freshened up your outfits, you have been going to the gym, you've been going running or swimming or, you know, just doing more movement. Maybe you are just having a newfound confidence, or I don't know, you feel like you're getting more attention, okay? And from the kind of people that you want it from as well, not creeps. Yeah, so it's victory, success, recognition. So in Italy, when people graduate from university, you know, they have their laurel wreaths on their head and they walk through the town and everybody celebrates, yeah, and it's like a really nice occasion. You feel noticed, you feel successful, you feel accomplished. Well, this is not a business reading, this is a love reading, okay? So it means I'm getting attention from the people that I would consider, you know, to be a love interest or consider having a relationship with. You're not going to take risks on anybody. You want to know what someone's about before you get involved with them. That's what this is saying to me. Or your energy's changed over time, okay? But I would take this timeline as quite a recent one. Let's get one more. The Knight of Pentacles, yeah, no. You're getting attention, but you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is. You're not willing to do that, okay? You might enjoy a bit of a flirt, but there's not a chance you are letting anyone get the paws on you. And there's not a chance you're going to invite anyone to move into your home or, you know, collaborate with you, because Pentacles are, yeah, they're coins, but it's increments of time, money, and energy. And relationships take a lot of your time. If people want your attention, if you start dating somebody, you know, you're going to be going out places, people are going to want to spend time with you, like that person's family, that person's friends, they're going to want you to meet people. Like that all takes time, money, and energy doing stuff like that. Okay, you end up having to compromise on, you know, what you're going to do at the weekend. Well, we need to go to mum and dad's for dinner, and like, you know, mum's invited us this or that, or like, you know, it is different when you're in a relationship. It's not a bad thing, but you're not going to invest yourself in anything that is going to see you with an empty pocket, because that person is not pulling their, you know, fair share when it comes to paying for bills, paying for rent, paying for mortgage, paying for you know, days out. Like, they're never good for money. Like, you don't want to build with someone, you don't want to malinvest, okay, unless you know it's like someone who's bringing to the table what you're bringing to the table. And I think that's very sensible. It's a very practical, earthy energy, practical, pragmatic. You're enjoying the new attention, but you're not about to have anyone take the mick. Hi, Anna Lucia. You can book a personal reading, and I can do that, but on these lives, they're like collective love readings. Right, let's see who's showing up for Aries. It's okay. I've set up a website, and there's also links in my YouTube description. Let's see who's showing up in your energy then, because you're quite guarded, I would say, as to like new love. You can look, but you can't touch, kind of. Kind of, it's giving that, like, yep, you can look, but you cannot get involved with me. Right, in the challenge position, someone is showing up with the Six of Pentacles, right? And this is a challenge. It's either a challenge for them to do and offer the Six of Pentacles, or they don't have people bringing that to them. So the Six of Pentacles, let's look at the artwork because it's stunning. The Six of Pentacles is 3 pentacles from you, 3 pentacles from them. It's about fairness. 6 is an even number, okay? Equal increments of time, money, and energy being put into something. I want something to be fair. When it's reversed, it feels unfair. And someone feels that this could be a challenge. So either they're not doing well financially and they don't want to commit, you know, their time, money, and energy into something in a way that's fair, or they feel like they're not getting that from you and you're being mean with your time, money, and energy. Because that's their feelings on this side. This is a timeline for them. So we'll know more when we get some more cards. Maybe you've given someone short shrift, or you've not really given them a chance because you just sensed that, you know, they were BS. Eight of Wands reversed. So this is fast action, progress, fast communication when it's upright. Now, when it's reversed, the opposite of progress is delays, blocks, stagnancy. The opposite of communication is silence, you know. So for that to be reversed, this person feels like they feel like sabotaging this situation, because when it's upright, they're kind of actively driving forward progress with their own communication, reaching out to you, taking you out on dates. With it being reversed, they're not doing that. Okay, they are sabotaging things by going silent. Perhaps you were right and you've, swerved something unpalatable, impractical, an impractical joker. We've got the Star card, so that's healing. The Three of Pentacles upright is wanting to collaborate, I love these cards, and work together. The Three of Swords reversed is healing from heartbreak, recovery from heartbreak. The Ten of Wands reversed is choosing to drop the burdens. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if this is someone that's new, that's gone through the same thing that you've gone through. Or this is someone that's they feel like you're not interested. Like we were doing archery in the garden the other day, and sometimes you aim, you shoot and you miss, and it's just life. Like, I feel like this person is trying to get over you. Look at this card, is so pretty. Look at this one. See, that's heartache, heartbreak. When it's reversed, it's recovery from that. They want to work together, they want to collaborate. This is, people in a team. If it were a business reading, it's people each putting time, money and energy into a project, making it work, collaboration, teamwork, community. It's someone who wants to work together. They're trying to heal and recover after heartbreak. Ten of Wands is like, I'm not carrying on with this anymore. I'm not carrying these, I'm not carrying this rock on my back. I'm not carrying these branches, all the way up this hill, the top of this mountain. I'm not doing it. I don't want to be stoic anymore. 10 is the end of a cycle. But when it's upright, it's like you've just seen it all the way through to the end, just carried on. And when it's reversed, it's like, maybe you got to 9 and thought, screw this, and dropped everything down on the floor like a protest, just not doing it anymore. So I feel like this person, they definitely are recovering from heartbreak, but I don't know if it's with regards to you, because you refused to invest. You liked the attention, but you just can't have anyone. You felt like maybe this person wanted to waste your time, it wasn't a good investment. It's very have you noticed this is Pentacles and Wands? What we don't have is communication. What we don't have is forgiveness or empathy, or that soulmate kind of Romeo and Juliet love, or the Two of Cups. We have practical, pragmatic, and we have something just being too hard. Where's the romance? Where is the sort of airy fairy, watery feelings? Where is any of that? This is just I like attention. But I don't want to invest in someone who's just giving me attention. That's what I'm intuitively getting from it, but it could be that because they like played around, you know, they played themselves, and you know, maybe they do actually properly like you, but I'm not getting like, you know, it's so weird that there's no cups cards. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Let's get 3 for the outcome. There's no cups cards, like, at all. There's not one. There's no, like, swords cards at all. There's not one. So it's really weird. And you guys went through a cycle, but you're showing up as a knight. I don't have any court cards, so I just feel like this was a non-starter. I don't feel like it actually... Yeah, it's like someone kind of like trying their luck, but they just want attention. Like, you can already smell the bullshit, like... Oh my god, yeah, so 9 of Pentacles is like, look, I'm self-sufficient. I don't need anybody right now. I quite like that people are looking my way, but I actually, like, I'm not desperate for a relationship because I've got my life, I've got my stuff going on. You know, this is like careers going well. You know, I've got my projects, I may have a business or something, or I work for, you know, an organisation, and my career's like solid. So I actually just don't need, you know, it's not like I need anyone to help me to pay the bills or anything. Like, I'm doing it by myself. 9 is an independent energy. It's a very independent energy, and it's upright, and it's like, I am doing fine by myself, thank you. Okay, now we're getting a sword. After more pentacles, we're getting a sword. The Ace of Swords upright is truth, clarity, a confession, or major revelation. That's reversed, so there's some kind of like secret or lack of clarity when it comes to a situation. Pentacles again, the 5 of Pentacles. So someone's being left out in the cold. Look how icy, and like, that's a blizzard. It's like, you know, there's icicles hanging off the outside that church. This is a person that's looking for salvation. They're looking for refuge, you know, and those church doors are locked. There is nobody home. Except there is. There is, because the light's on. But it's like, how cold, you know? It's very, very cold, that. Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, could be being kept in the dark, kept in the cold, you know, no communication, no warmth. Or it could be like, no money. So it's so many pentacles, guys. It's so many pentacles. No cups still. So I just think you sense that someone might be looking for a cosy billet, as my mum and dad would say. Yay, very rabbit here. That's weird. It says you're not a moderator. Did you not want to do it anymore? Is it just like undone it without my knowledge? It's really weird. I didn't do that, if that's if that's like done that by itself. That's really strange. So I actually am gonna take a punt, and I'm gonna say that you are the church and you've closed your doors to this person. You left them out in the cold, okay? And you just like, you're single, you're independent, and you know it's quite nice getting attention, but you don't feel that you would get the lifestyle or the genuine love that you know are looking for. You're willing to wait, because we've got that full reverse. So your energy is very clear. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Knights are an active pursuit. So if they're reversed, there's like, well, I'm going to withhold my investment. I'm not going to invest. And they feel that. So they've kind of like in turn sabotaged the connection and then tried to heal from you. Okay. So that 10 of Wands was reversed. So that has closed out the cycle. They are out in the cold and you are single. So they felt a lack of investment. They felt that you didn't trust the situation. It's so Pentacles heavy. Like, I don't know if they've suggested like moving in or something like that. I have no idea. So let's get a message from them. Oh my gosh, I've knocked all my cards over. Please remember to give me a like when you come in. That's really weird. I hope it hasn't like taken all my mods off, because they're gonna think that I did it and I never. YouTube's doing some mad shit to, this week. Mad shit. Jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. They're jealous. Jealous over you, not of you. They don't want you getting like, they want to like put, you know, like change statuses or go exclusive, become exclusive. And maybe you said no. They want to go legit and you said no. Because it's something to do with like Pentacles, which is money, time and energy. So it's like Pentacles is like, you know, you change your statuses on social media. You tell everyone you got a boyfriend. You tell everyone you got a girlfriend. Like, everyone in work knows that you're taken. You know, it's like, if you're not doing that, why aren't you doing that? I'm open to starting over if you are. I wasn't expecting that because, you know, it looks like they've healed and they've like recovered from the heartbreak. But they still like care, because they high key get angry with you if someone approaches you or you look good when you're out, and they just like, they wanted to collaborate with you, build a life with you, because that's what Six of Pentacles is about. They wanted fairness and they want to try again. This person feels like you don't really see the real them. Like, you're too cynical, you're too skeptical. But let's have a look at the messy truth, because the truth will out, guys. See, this is, I think it's called the Messy Truth deck. Oracle deck. Oh my God, look at this. You're my drug, craving highs and crashes, emotional addiction. Woke up different, shifted energy, done tolerating. Silent strength. So that could be their energy or yours. Yeah, like it could be that you were enjoying attention from them and then you just decided, like, you know, forget the gender in this card, but like, you know, you could be the guy or the girl and you could be like a man or a woman feeling this way, like, what am I doing? Like, this person comes to me when they want attention, but I feel like it's them feeling that way about you. I feel like you like how this person makes you feel. It might be wrong, it might be the other way around. But someone doesn't like just being picked up and put down. And your card suggests that you're just not willing to, like, do you know what I mean? They're like single, independent. They were in heartbreak, so it's them that's out in the cold. It's not the other way around. But their message is like they're jealous over you. Like they don't want anyone else like building a life with you. And they would start over again. Like, maybe if they came across as a player, like you've taught them a lesson, they played themselves. Like, I mean, I'm not even mad about that if that's what happened. Because my sister's an Aries, so it's like, go on. Let's get some of the clarification cards. This is the Shadow Love Oracle deck. Complicated. Lots of twists and turns, nutty situation, precarious. Okay, so yeah, when this started, it just wasn't plain sailing at all. Like, it was so off and on from the start. This is the clarifying love situations deck. Ticking clock, let love unfold naturally and give it time to grow. If they try to, you know, like go too quickly with this, let's take a look and see what lies beneath. Hidden Oracle deck. Keeping a promise. See, that keeping a promise card suggests like this really like strong passion there, like emotional passion. But it also suggests like there's trying to overcome some really major obstacles, and we have got the 10 of Wands, haven't we? Like, it almost got to like a full chapter of like BS. Things just being too hard, too challenging. Like, it feels quite like they're in a secluded spot there, away from other people. Broken mirror. Let's have a look. See. Broken mirror. Oracle deck. Guilt, apology, remorseful, ashamed. Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd. Now, this hurting card I've never had come out, and I've had this deck for 2 years, more than 2 years. I've never had that come out, and they're like really upset. Because we've got this 5 of Pentacles card, which has to be them, because they've got that card of, you know, trying to recover from heartbreak. It's so sad, that card, but it's like so beautiful at the same time. They wanted teamwork, they wanted collaboration, and you wouldn't give it to them. They could be, because the star card is the major arcana for Aquarius. It's a card of healing, water cleanses, water purifies. You know, it's healing. It washes away, you know, like, I mean, washes away a lot of problems. Sins, the past, you know. It's replenishing, it's rejuvenating, it's invigorating, but it's purifying and healing more than it's anything else. You know, we clean our wounds with it, don't we? 10 of Wands reversed. Someone bowed out here. They bowed out because you left them way out in the cold. They want commitment and you won't give it to them. You're the 9 of Pentacles. You're like, nah, I don't need to do that. Maybe you're worried. I feel like you're worried about your property, if you own property, or just feel like you like the attention, but that's like as far as it goes kind of thing. I mean, you have to sleep with one eye open these days. Everyone's trying to take, you know, you could let someone lay down next to you in bed with you and they're like calculating how much you earn or what you've got, or like seeing themselves like where you are. And it's like a horrible way to look at things, but how many people have like dated some sort of homosexual that just thinks they're like, you know, gonna have a relationship with you and you're in love with them, which you are, but then they're just like never good for money. And that's not being a bitch or a bad guy. That's like realising that someone's never good for money, like ever. And there's too much of that going on. Way too much of that going on. It's like wild out there, honestly. Hi Del ZC 1278. You can tell me your name, then I can call you by your name. Ooh, movie. Movie quote. Call me by your name. Great movie. Wow, I should watch that again. Right, let's get some more cards. Let's get the unspoken truth. You are the one regret I can't let go of. If I had cherished you more, would we have made it? Yeah, so like this person got played. Like they played themselves, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know, actually, that's my judgment on things, but here they are, like, you know, the rain's pouring down, pathetic fallacy. Sorry, I've been teaching English for 2 years, so I've got to throw that out there, but like, it's madness, right? Because this person crying over you and they would do it again. They're like, I'm willing to start over if you are. Like, they can't get over this shit. You've really been put up on a pedestal, Aries, by this person. Like, here you are, like, going through the town, like, on a pedestal. Like, But what is the advice for Aries? Because I feel like this is so much about the cross-watcher, like this reading. What's the karmic lesson? See, I don't see. On those oracle decks, you normally get, if they're someone that's after money, you normally get like bank failure or, you know, if they're like karmic and something like really toxic, you get like, you know, like their life's like crumbling down, you know, like in a picture of them in jail and like everything's just going wrong. So I'm not getting any of that from them. Like what I'm getting is someone who's really hurt, depressed, but like other people like sabotaging this situation. Someone told them to act like a dick, or someone told you to act like a dick. This sense of guilt, love. Did you have a one-night stand? Did you have a one-night stand with someone? Or like a few hookups with someone? That's what it's giving, and they're like, they thought like that you would become like a relationship. Or you could have gone on a date and it turned into something, and then they thought like it's going to be a relationship. I had a one-night stand that I really regret doing on a night out. It was more like a mercy. Look, that's terrible. That makes it sound terrible. It's many years ago. My friend got off with someone, and then like this guy's, we were like back at this guy's house with his friend as well, and his friend was looking at me like, well, we could do something, and I was like, don't get me wrong, that's not my style at all. But then he was like stalking me afterwards, and he was like trying to get a date with me and take me out, and I'm like, that's the wrong way around to like do life, to be honest. And I didn't really like fancy him. That's so weird, isn't it? I'm sure lots of people have done stuff like that. This is like a million years ago. This is like 25 years ago. What's the point of my story? Oh yeah, he called me a bitch because I didn't want to date him. And I'm like, can you look at how we met? It was just so weird. It was like really weird. I thought, you're the one who's being a little bitch. My God. Evolving beyond the past. You are not who you once were. Oh, okay. So, you could have been someone that fell in love with and instantly committed to. And when I say commitment, I don't mean like, oh, you changed your statuses. You built a life with someone. So maybe your first love, you married and settled down with and had assets with, and you were like all in, 10 of Pentacles, all in, right? And it was a malinvestment, okay, but then you were stuck in it. You're not doing that anymore, okay, which is why you are like, you're not gonna like fall in love with every person that you have sex with. You're not gonna fall in love with every person who you date. You're not gonna have the 10 of Pentacles and offer that to someone or pursue that with every person that you fall in love with. You know, you're just not offering the 10 of Pentacles to every person that you fall in love with. You're not doing it. That's parked. Yeah, that's a reserved space for someone who is an emperor or an empress. Yeah, it's not for a Knight of Wands or, you know, some Romeo that's got no money, some homosexual, or Someone you just don't even like really like. I mean, you wouldn't do that though with someone you don't really like. I guess someone might do it if they just kind of plod on. I've never been someone that just plods on with something. I have to really like someone to like bother with them. But if it, and I've got friends who like, I never understood this, but they would just keep going with a relationship, and it's like, you're basically friends now and you're like staying in a relationship with them, and they're like, I know, I don't know why you do it. And I'm like, what? Like, I just never understood that. Like, they should have broken up like 2 years ago and they're still like boyfriend and girlfriend, but they don't really know why. And I'm like, what? I don't know. That's just never made sense to me. I've never done that. Hi, is it Mira or Myra? Myra G? Mira G? Yeah, that's it. Like, if the train stops at the next terminal, the next platform, you're not allowing just anybody to get on and stay on the train and stay on the ride, like, into the final destination, you know, where it's like 10 of Pentacles. You're not doing that. Like, enjoy the sights. Enjoy tonight, but you're not building a life with me. Like, I will not be selling down the next person that I meet like I did when I was like whatever age. You know what I mean? How many people like proper go 10 of Pentacles with the first person that they like have a relationship with or fall in love with, and you're like, I am not doing that again. Like, I've changed, I've grown, I've lived, like my eyes are open. I don't think that every person that I fall in love with is the one for me. Like, right, what else do I want? Let's have a look at which chakra we need to focus on. What should Aries focus on? Ooh, a crown chakra. I trust the unfolding of my soul path. Okay, so this is like, it's gone beyond, like, it's gone beyond your gut and your intuition. You've used that. But it's because you believe that there's a divine plan. You know, like, oh my God, I'm going to be a spinster if I don't just settle down with the next person that I meet. You're holding out. You're like, no, like, I trust in the divine plan. Fate will bring me a person who's right for me. And maybe I'll meet other people along the way that aren't like meant to be forever. And like, that's how I now think. Or you can have more than one soulmate, or now I don't believe in soulmates. We change so much, like every 5 to 10 years, like we change how we feel about something, what we think of something, what we think of life, love, you know, sex, everything. What it's like to be single. Maybe you hated being single and you just hated it and you just wanted to be in a relationship, or you hated the thought of having years of your life later on being divorced or something like this, and now you're like, no, it's better. Like, I don't know, like, it's having trust in the divine plan. You're not feeling desperate, not feeling like in a rush. You're not in a rush. Yeah, you're not in a rush. That's it. I so many, like, when I was in my 20s, I'm 41 now, when I was in my 20s, me, as well as everyone else, all of my mates were desperate to have, like, a wedding as early as possible, because then all your friends are there, you look dead popular, you look young on all your wedding photos. That shouldn't be the priority. And for so many girls, and I don't mind, like, saying that this is what most people think, because it is, you just want them photos. You just want them photos up on the wall, like, and it's like, what? Okay. Like, what? I don't even, at this age, I don't even, like, think that if I quite happily get married, but I don't think I would get married and have a massive white wedding and invite everyone. I'm hearing, like, Billy Idol. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Ooh. Ooh. Is that what they want? There's a really nice pub near me, and it looks like a French chateau, like the wedding venue. I saw it a few weeks ago. I'm not even dating anyone, guys, but if I was, tell you what, I'd get married there, and it's quite small, and it's local, and I doubt it would cost me like a gajillion pounds. But it'd be like elegant and like exactly like what, you know, I think it would be like more sophisticated and less like the traditional British wedding. It'd be sophisticated, yeah. Okay. Okay. We are, where are we up to? We need a couple of, I feel so scatty because I've been doing so much different things this week to do with the website and the cards and everything, business cards. Been hustling, guys, been hustling. Let's get a timing for, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a time in, not for you and this person, because I am getting the vibe that you're not into it. I'm going to get a time in for new love. And then I'll get you a couple of advice cards and an angel number. How about that? Next month. I gotta stop doing that gasp because people are like, it freaks me out when you do that. Like, it makes me really nervous. Next month, you're gonna meet someone new. It's because you learned your karmic lesson of just settling down with the first person that you meet. You are not doing that again. Hi, I don't answer questions in the chat. I do like collective readings by zodiac sign. So you just tune in and you watch your sign or the sign of your person and see if it resonates. I can do a personal reading, but you have to get in touch with me and we can like arrange that. I could do it same day, but it's £25. I don't answer like single questions in the chat. My friend's telling me that I should, but I'm like, I just don't feel like it would probably... I don't like to do absolutes. I'd rather read the energy because I think how people feel changes from one week to the next. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could definitely do a personal reading off what you've asked there, because that's reading the energy. Next month, guys. Right, let's get you a couple of advice cards and then I'll get you an angel number, Aries, okay? Oh, where's that gone? If beating yourself up worked, you'd be thin, rich and happy. Try loving yourself instead. Wow, Aries. What are you beating yourself up over? The way that you look, certain actions that you've taken, or one major decision in the past? Like, Spirit doesn't want you to do that, okay? You're going to have positive self-talk. So this is cognitive behavioural therapy, okay? So with that, you need some positive affirmations. So let me get you on. Actually, this goes really well with this setup, this deck. So I don't know why I didn't get it out. It's just because I've been mad busy. Affirmation moments. deck. Elevate your spirit, brighten and inspire your day. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a lot there. You must really need this. Like, no shade. Right, let's have a look. As I offer love to those around me, I also ensure to care for myself. Now that is important for anyone who's a parent, isn't it? Or someone who's a carer of some sort. You might have got into a bit of a thing where you're constantly like doing things for others, and that can make you feel good, but you can really neglect yourself. It's not selfish to do nice things for yourself. Listen fully in the present. Oh, not listen fully. Living fully in the present shapes a meaningful past and a hopeful future. Don't let your mind wander onto the past or like worrying about the future. Just live in the now. And that, to be honest, that you've got that with that that violet coloured chakra there, that's the crown chakra. So it's like trusting in the divine plan, feeling like the universe, you know, has got you, you're in good hands. It's all going to fall together. I am truly confident in my self-worth. I bravely face conflicts and seek harmonious solutions. Whatever I do, the process is the most rewarding part. Yeah, you're in no rush at all. Slow things right down. I feel and love life. It drives me forward. You know who's good at like feeling everything? Earth signs. Okay, Virgos are tree huggers. Taurians are like, you know, listening to the sea, listening to the leaves, like rustling in the trees. They put their arms up and feel the wind in their hair. Like Capricorns, I actually don't know that much about, but I'm a Taurus, my mum's a Virgo, and she's like even more connected to Mother Earth than me. Like she thinks she can hear. I'm saying it like allegedly. Like she says she can hear like the life in the trees and the plants. Like she can hear like the osmosis and like stuff functioning in them. And she's really good with horticulture and botany and stuff. But she says like she's lived like previous lives as like a Roman soldier, so she is out there. She's definitely out there. That's what I mean about earth signs. Like, get grounded, Aries. Like that's how you start to have faith and trust in the divine plan, and you like unclench. You know, you realize like there's a divine plan. You don't need to rush around like being a fire sign, like being a ram, like headbutting everything. And like running through a market with all this stuff trailing off your hooves. You don't need to do that. I have a vision. I'm evolving at my own pace. Yeah, stop competing. You are not in competition with anybody. You are not in competition with anybody. Fly your line. My ex had a t-shirt that said fly your line. I thought, what a nice statement. Just simple. Okay, so this is the Essential Oils Healing Deck, which is so nice. So peppermint energizes and invigorates. Okay, you can use that in cooking. You can take it in pill form, like supplements. You can use it topically on the skin. You can put it in a humidifier. I haven't used my humidifier for ages. I should do that. And I've got peppermint as well, because I'm like Aries, Taurus, cusper. So the message is, guys, whoever this is, whoever it was, would like to start over, okay? They're probably never going to get over you because you are impressive, okay? But you are reserving your energy for your investment for someone who's on your calibre, and you're not just going to settle down with anybody, okay? You're not in a rush, don't need to compete or compare yourself to anybody else. You need to, like, you could be, like, very generous to the people around you, but you may be getting to a point where you're being over generous. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, okay? Like, you don't need to buy people's love or anything like that. They just love you anyway. I'm not saying, like, be a stinge, but you might be over generous, and you could attract a karmic love by doing that. So I'm just telling you to, like, cool it down if you, like, you know, just, like, spoiling, like, lavishing everybody around you. You don't need to do that, okay? They love you, like, they love you for your personality and everything, not for what you can give them. Because some people be like that, okay? Think about it, if an emperor of a Holy Roman Empire was just, like, lavishing everyone, you know, or taking certain people and lavishing them, you're going to attract, like, the people with, you know, that kind of vibe that are just like, ooh, that emperor's got money over there. You know what I mean? And, like, people who don't deserve it, like, at all. People who don't love you unconditionally, they love you conditionally. See, that's when spirit will send you a karmic lesson, so don't. Don't do that, I'm just letting you know. Right, angel number. Because it means your boundaries are, like, disappearing, or you haven't got high boundaries. I think you have. Because what's coming up is the crown chakra. You trust in the divine plan. Because you're doing that, you're going to meet someone next month. This person can cry a river. You know, they could be a jerk, they could be lovely, but you're just not into it, and you're not going to settle down with just anybody. We've got a few angel numbers, okay? So we've got 0606, commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions clearly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. So you may have been keeping a fair bit of stuff to yourself, to do with your feelings, your emotions. It's okay to feel a bit down and want a relationship. You don't have to put your armour on and be the emperor and be brave all the time, or act like you don't give a crap all the time. You can let your defences down in front of people that you trust, okay? Your circle. You can also apply that to any problems you've got with anything in your life, like to do projects you're working on, or, you know, work, home, kids. It's okay to open up to people and network and get advice from others, because everyone's just kind of, it's like history repeating itself. Everyone's going through different things that have been experienced by others. It's just different time frames, isn't it? 1144, high vibes, divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose and higher calling. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity and exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. Ooh. 2323, endless cycles. Charisma, communication, society, movement. Journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again, until you're tired and restrained beyond oppression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change, and the world around you follows. So that for me reflects, you know, like that karma, the karmic lesson card is like, where's it gone? It's under here. You're evolving beyond the past. So let's cover up that because we're not really asked about that anymore. Sorry if you're a cross-watcher, but Aries is over it. So I bravely face conflicts and seek harmonious solutions. You can do everything yourself. You're in that Nine of Pentacles energy. You're evolving beyond your past. You're not who you were. You got your own life to live. You're confident in your own self-worth. You're living fully in the present. You trust in the divine plan. Okay? You can just love life. You don't have to be in love to be successful. You can love life and think, oh my God, I'm so happy. And like that gives you energy for what's to come, for what's coming forward. Like having a lovely time in your garden with friends and family. You know, spurs you to like work on your garden more. You don't have to be like, oh my God, because then I can have a relationship and we can, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know why we're constantly geared towards that, but I'm not anti-relationships, by the way. It's just like also not a thing to feel like you're a loser until you're in one. Do you know what I mean? There's people that are in relationships that are toxic beyond belief, or they're probably about to break up in the next few days. So what is the point in hankering after that? You dream pretty hard. I think we've done all the cards that we need to do for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support me, hype me up. Drop me some comments and I will see you in the next one. Please check out my website, www.7chakrastarot.com. It's got all my testimonials on it. You can book a personal reading. Worked hard on it. Please check out my Instagram as well. It's got like 8 people on it. I might do a giveaway for people that join my Instagram. I'm thinking of doing that. Okay, let's tidy up these cards, because I'll probably reach a different audience on there still. But it's a bit embarrassing when you only got like 8 people following it. It's just because I started it and then never did anything with it. Okay, so we're going to be going on to Taurus next. And we need to change you. Let's change you. Taurus. Okay, so we're using the Solar Kingdom Tarot deck. This is just for when I repost. Just in case people want to know what this gorgeous deck is. There's that one. You mean the saying that I'm going live? Yeah. Because I haven't been posting those on there, but I am now. I tell you what post got loads of like views. You know, Gemma Collins off Towie. The GC. Gemma, like, I'm gonna have to like give her some of my earnings because I got like 147 views instead of one. One view in the whole month. I got 147. It's not just because I posted other things and they got like one view. Do you know what I mean? So I think she's funny because she does like funny memes, doesn't she? Okay, we've had like 45 shuffles. Let's go. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this third week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in the future? My Instagram's on my website as well. I'm going to start with my videos as well. I realised I can put a thumbnail for that if I edit using the laptop, where with the phone it'll let me do that for shorts but not for the like long form videos, so I can do that on the laptop afterwards. It might be worth it. Right, let's focus. Nothing will bloody come out if I'm looking at the chart. Tower reversed, the Devil reversed, Eight of Swords upright, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Wands reversed. Damn. That's some weird ass energy, Taurus. So, the Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. Okay, so it's like meeting someone, falling in love, and then they put a ring on your finger, or you know, you move in together and you're just instantly to everyone in the local area you are together. Yeah, it's a huge statement to move in together and cohabit, because it's like saying we're together, we are each other's, and that's it, you know. Same with getting married, same with you buying property together. It's a huge statement. We are together, we are exclusive. Okay, so that's what the Four of Wands card is. It's the most stable number in the tarot deck for, and that's reversed. So that is like what equates to real life commitment. and happily ever after. The Seven of Pentacles upright is when you've cultivated. That's so nice, isn't it? You're watering your garden, you're growing your garden, yeah? What's been cultivated, seven's a reflective number, isn't enough. And we haven't got stability, okay? You can't see like this ever changing. You can't see a way out of this with that Eight of Swords. She's blindfolded and she's surrounded by swords, right? But that's perception. She could get her way out of that situation. So it's mental entrapment, that. The Devil reversed is, well, the Devil upright is the major arcana for Capricorn. Now, you're welcome, Tam. The Devil is like being obsessive, or it's being consumed by, like overly consumed by, you know, thoughts of someone or something, or you know, huge like overbearing desire for, you know, commitment. Like you're obsessed with the idea of commitment, or a concept, or a thing, or a person, or a place, or codependent to a thing or a person or a place, okay? Like you can't live without it kind of thing. That's reversed, so you're free from the Devil. A Tower moment is the landscape of your life like crumbling down, like looking totally different. Existing structures in place like falling apart. When we perceive a Tower moment, sometimes we try to resist it, don't we? So, intuitively looking at these, because I like to read from the back to the front. You're not watering this garden. You're like, do you know what? You can go brown like the garden out the back. Oh dear. You're going to let it die? Let it wilt? If that's what it wants us to do. Go F yourself. That is brilliant. Let's kind of came straight out. The Nine of Cups reversed, guys. The Nine of Cups reversed. You're not happy though? All you can think about is that brown garden out the back. Oh. This is you growing your garden and being contented, you know. I think you could be... You could be... hating yourself by treating someone or something with such disdain out of resentment. And it's not beyond a bull to do that. But you kind of, that's not your natural, that's not how you would go around treating people. Just ordinarily, because that would be like horrible. That would be awful. It doesn't make you feel good to do that. It doesn't make you feel good to do that. Our garden's just a crisp. It's like the Gobi Desert out there. It's terrible. We had, did you get that alert go off on your mobile phone yesterday? I was in a traffic jam driving over the peaks. And it was just, I just thought, oh my God, what's happening? Because the last time we got an alert like that over our phone from the government, it was for like terrorism. And I said, that's mum and dad. When I got back, I was like, oh my God, I was like really scared. You got it 3 times? Are you in the south? We got it once in the north. But they were basically saying there's like a fire risk and like not to do any barbecues, not to do campfires, not to do, you know, beach fires, wood fires, like in the woods. Don't do any barbecues in your garden. We've never had, in my lifetime, we've never been told, don't do a barbecue in your garden. We've never been told that. So I was like, that's a bit of an overreaction, surely. Like, surely everyone pours water, like, over the barbecue and they've done it, but I'm thinking about sensible people. Like, and we've, you know, my dad's always said, do it on, like, a paving slab or, yeah, piece of stone. But maybe there's people doing it on their crispy lawns. Do you think there's people doing them on the crispy lawns? Or too close to their garden fence or something? I don't know. But I thought that's a bit out of order, that telling me I can't have a barbecue. It's not so much that. I tell you what they didn't put on the alert. You know, your fire pit. Did they put that on? About don't light your fire pit, because I love a fire pit and ours is over pavers. So I think that's well harsh. Maybe I haven't got any common sense then. To be honest, it's too hot at night to be lighting any kind of fires. I think we're all trying to stay alive at this point. I think we're trying to stay alive at this point, aren't we? If it was cold at night, which it usually is, you start a fire, but at the moment we're just like, all the insects, all the wildlife came into my room and it's all dead this morning. It's dead. It's such a shame, but there's just moths on their back, like, with all the legs in the air, like, I'm out. I tried my best. It was a good innings, but it's just like, oh, bless them. The spider survived, which upsets me because I don't like spiders, but my mum says they catch flies. Never seen one in my room catching a fly. They just seem to sit around and freak me out. Winch down over my bed and freak me out. Get in my hair. I don't know why they like me so much, but they love me. They absolutely love me. Right, let me focus because the cards, look, as soon as I do that, the cards come out. Okay, we're reflecting on unrequited love because we've got the Hermit, which is another 7, looking backwards. Okay, the answers lie within me. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk this part of the journey alone. Okay, only he knows whether he's wasting his time with a certain person. Only he knows whether it was a poor investment or it's confusing. It's a love that's confusing. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Only, you know, what was my part? What was their part? What do I want for myself going forward? Because this feels unrequited. I am in love with this person. I don't think they're in love with me. Okay? Because swans are very loyal to each other. And there should be lots of baby swans, you know, floating around there by now. And what we've got is, not that you have to have children, but it's just, you know, the sense of commitment, loyalty, building of a future. We should have 6 of cups there by now. We should have, you know, 10 of cups there by now. And what we've got is like 1 cup by itself and the other cup knocked over. Like, you know, like, does this person really love me? Because it doesn't feel like they do. And it's making you unhappy, Taurus. It's making you really unhappy. Yeah, you're stopping obsessing over this person because you know it's not getting you anywhere. You're not going to grow this garden where this person just like building a barbecue over it. You're not having it. They're torching it like fires over it, and you've been trying to water it and like keep it alive, and they're just like pouring petrol all over it and like lighting a match and flinging it down like have that. So I think you're like looking back thinking, what the hell was that? Let's get, that's true. Let's get 3 cards for their feelings, okay? Because you feel like they don't love you. It's unrequited. Temperance, upright. So this is the major arcana for Sagittarius, the archer. So temperance, you know, if the archer wants to shoot an arrow and hit the target, they've got to be very calm. You know, if you're using any kind of gun and you want to go clay pigeon shooting or something like that, you need to breathe, you know, exhale, relax yourself, you know. You need to follow the target and like, you know, and shoot and fire. And it's like, you can't do that if you're all nervous and flappy. You cannot do that. So this is water, which represents feelings, being poured back and forth from one cup to the other to get just the right balance. It's about balancing emotions. And when it's upright, we're doing quite well at that. So it could be someone is taking care of their own well-being at the moment. They're putting that first. They're trying to keep themselves calm, keep themselves stable. The 4 of Swords reversed. They've got a lot of cards in this combination. Let's have a look. The Hierophant reversed. Now that's your major arcana, so that could be them, you know, thinking about you. 4 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Empress reversed, another one of your major arcana, the 2 of Wands reversed, the 9 of Wands upright. I feel a bit sad about that because that's the wounded warrior, someone that wants to keep trying. And then it's like after all these reversals. The 4 of Cups reverse, becoming open to offers of emotion. Because that's closed off energy. So we've got 2 cards where it's like improved at the end. But what we've got before that, prior to that, is a restlessness. Because the 4 of Swords upright is taking much needed rest between battles. And there's starting to be a restlessness now. The Hierophant upright is the teacher. This is someone who's wise beyond their years, you know, or they've lived such a varied life and travelled the world and done so many things, had lots of relationships. You know, they're quite a wise person, a philosophical person. They've gained, like, you know, they've clocked serious mileage. They've, like, lived a life. They're wizened. Like, now they're wise. You know, like, they know not to make certain mistakes again. Like, this person is no longer the student, they're now the teacher. So when it's reversed, it's like, I've done something against my better judgment. I knew better than to, like, you know, trust that person, or I knew better than to, you know, like, do that particular thing or see that person or people, to trust them, you know, like, it's feeling like foolish. Like, I knew better. I already knew better than to do such a thing. So we've got a restlessness. With that being your major arcana, it could be that they feel that you are not feeling yourself, not feeling your best, that you are upset, that you don't feel good enough. We've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, which is the lack of offering, you know, a new beginning. These mountains represent obstacles, and that money is like, this is how we make it, like, this is how we... Aces are like the universe. You know, whenever there's clouds and stuff, it's the universe granting something that they know you want. And this would be like solid commitment. You know, that giant pentacle is worth loads of little pentacles, increments of time, money and energy. So it's like really going for it with a new relationship solidly. The Empress reversed is, you know, shared by Libra and Taurus. This is someone that attracts, she does not chase. This is someone that feels less than, you know, like their worth because it's reversed. The Two of Wands is like, when it's upright, it's making a choice. Like, I need to plan. What do I want? A or B? Left or right? Stay or go? This person or that person? I need to make a choice. I need to, you know, this is my planning phase. It's that way or this way. What is it? And this person is putting off choosing. I mean, aggravating beyond belief. And they're very restless about this situation, but then we've got the two more positive cards where it's like the wounded warrior, willing to persevere despite this being a hard journey. Four of Cups, but instead of like rejecting, you know, offers, now it's like, okay, I'm open. Like, I'm opening up my heart chakra. So they could have been focused on their own emotional well-being, and now they're starting to open up the heart chakra and think, I will like some attention from Taurus, but I think I might have pissed Taurus off. Or made Taurus feel bad, you know, with like leaving them to it for ages. Ten of Swords upright is such a grim scene. There couldn't be any more swords in that swan. Do you know what I mean? It's completely pinned to the ground, isn't it? And it's just dying. It's dead. It's done. 10 is the end of a cycle of pain, misery, heartache. It's just the end. Yeah, horrible, emotional torment kind of thing. When it's reversed, someone's actively choosing to drop the pain. So what we seem to have is someone who was laying low for their own well-being, and then someone who started to feel like they would like they would like some emotional interaction with Taurus again, but they know that Taurus feels bad from the lack of attention. And it's not in a shallow way. It's like, you know, you're like, oh my God, like, do I need to be getting over this person? Does this person not love me? And then the Ten of Swords reverse is like, they're just like, they're avoiding like feeling sad, down, you know, hurting. They're not going to let that continue. They don't want that to continue. They're going to stop, take some action or do something to stop that feeling of pain. And like, this is, you know, just the end. Like, this is how it stays kind of thing. So I feel like something's bubbling up here. Something's going to occur from their end, because at the moment you're like going within thinking, what am I doing? What am I even doing? Like, I've been trying to grow a garden like relentlessly, like flog a dead horse, you know. Grow like grass where the conditions are just uninhabitable, and they're actively working against me just to like top it off. They're lighting a blooming barbecue over the brown grass that we've got. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Right, what has come down and what was already there? See, that's facing that way. The King of Wands reversed. And we've got the Hanged Man reversed. The Queen of Swords upright. And the Ten of Cups reversed. This is really like making me work harder today. The Hangman reverse is a stubborn, closed-minded energy. The Queen of Swords is strategic. She's persuasive, charming. Communication is, you know, that they've got a really good way with words. Fantastic writer, orator, speaker. Swords are the truth, justice, fairness, honesty, integrity, what's fair, what's right, what's true. You know, approach me in the correct way and I will, you know, speak with you. It's also like logic over emotion. Seeing things as a game of chess, holding back information strategically. 10 of Cups reverse. So there is a family on this card. The 10 of Cups is everyone in the household being happy. This way, everyone in the household is unhappy. There's disharmony, disunion. And the King of Wands is confidence. Fixed energy, Leo energy, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's being goal orientated. It's being ambitious, action orientated, creating goals, going for them. It's the solar plexus chakra, like above the belly button. So it's about being confident, assertive, knowing what you want, having quite an ego, you know, looking good whilst doing it. That's reversed. So someone's like really like unconfident, and the Hanged Man, when it's the correct way, when it's upright, is like someone who's in a fixed position, thinking about things from a different perspective. So that's like an open-minded energy, and that's reversed. So someone's very closed-minded when it comes to dealing with, I wonder if it's like family drama, or it's when dealing with this idea of having a family with you, Taurus. Like if maybe they don't want to have a family with you and they actually need to communicate that, or they think you want a family, or they have a family and there's drama in that family, and that's why they're strategically keeping you out of it. That King of Wands reverse could be a lack of confidence, or it could be like, you know, like you can shrink when you've lost confidence and sort of hide away, or be less outspoken, or you can brag and become overbearing and try to be overly controlling. They're both forms of insecurity, you know. Let's say there's insecurity. like emotional insecurity and like a lack of confidence. Someone's closed-minded when it comes to family, and they're being very strategic because there's like unhappiness within the family. I think there's family drama. I actually think there's family drama, and that's why you haven't heard from them, but I don't know. The only other thing could be is that they don't want to have children and they think you do. We've got the Fool reversed in the outcome, so that's unwilling to enter into a new chapter. Take a leap of faith. Let's get one more. So I don't know if that's you or them. The King of Cups upright. Now let me just think. Did we have... We've had a lot of court cards, have we not? I can't remember what went where. I think that one was there, wasn't it? The King of Cups upright is like someone who's got an open heart chakra. You know, they're sort of very calm, they're forgiving, they let water go onto the bridge, you know, they didn't hold on to grudges, they're not bitter. It's a really nice energy. King of Cups. It's like centered around family. It's centered around family, this reading. And children and drama of people in the family amongst one another. And someone's having to be very strategic when it comes to family. Because Queen of Swords is, it can be a divorce card, but it is about detachment from emotions and playing things with strategy, like a chess game. Revealing knowledge is power, information is power, revealing some things, not revealing others. It's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And there's a real like stubbornness when it comes to that. And someone is very much like insecure about... Now, didn't your last reading say that they care too much about what other people think? And so they're not willing to take a leap of faith because they'd rather have a peaceful environment than have everything pop off. That's what it is. That's what it is. They'd rather have a peaceful environment than have everything pop off, okay? Because people are going to have something to say about them being involved with you, Taurus, and they're trying to protect you from that, I think. Let me just plug my... Let me plug my charger in. I feel so scatty today, like I can't focus at all. I'm normally like really switched on. Excuse the metaphor. Excuse the pun. As I plug in the charger. I normally just like, just do it, just clear, like, really scatty today. It's probably just because I changed my setup or something, it throws me off. Right, let's get a message from them, hey. Focused on money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is financial stability. So that could be what the drama is about. So there could be family drama to do with money. So this person could be working a lot or trying to come up with a strategy to earn more money or to secure more income, or, you know, make moves with a career, whether that's a side hustle or their main career. They're really trying to like plan for the future, and the future, sometimes there's a need to plan for the month ahead. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like the next 10 years, they might be like living on a day-to-day basis or week-to-week or month-to-month, thinking like, shit, I need to like, you know, come up with a solution here or strategize. So they're focused on money. Let's get, where's the other deck that I've been using? There, it's right there. Don't know what I'm on about. I'm hoping time will bring us back together. So they're really sorry, Taurus, but at the moment they are focused on other things. It's to do with family and it's to do with money. And there is family drama. So that's occupying what's going on with them. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, but right now they need to keep the peace, because shit will pop off, like, if they don't. So it's maybe not so much what other people think, but they won't want to bring that bad energy onto you. Because like they're pretty confident that they can turn away from you and you're not going to fall apart because they did that. Does that make sense? They're pretty confident that you're not going to like, your life's not going to suddenly be over because they're not like up your arse all the time. Excuse that pun. What's the karmic lesson? Or shall I do messy truth and all that first? I don't know. Let's get a karmic lesson. It just felt right to do this one first. Breaking cycles. You are not your past patterns. So at times you could have let this, like if someone's not giving you attention, you could have let that dominate your life. You could have fallen apart. You could have got really upset. Now you kind of like, okay, that's like fine. I'm getting on with my stuff. You know what I mean? You're not codependent on them. They just like have stuff going on that means their full attention is on that, and there may be a really strong need for that. They're hoping like that things going to be, you know, coming back together for the two of you, but they can't be present and like offer stability because they haven't got any, basically. See, that's kind of why there's this stagnation when it comes to, you know, what Taurus wants to say is like something practical, something conventional, something where it feels like we're getting somewhere, like there's signs of progress or things developing, evolving, growing, maturing, you know. You want to grow your garden, you want to see things doing well, and, you know, see some results for your labour. And when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, it's very disheartening, but you're not the kind of person that'll fall apart, you know, and kind of like let everything go to rack and ruin because of that. It doesn't mean you're going to like mindlessly, you know, like, what I mean is like some people can't accept that and they will like give someone a hard time until they like say something to them, or some people will completely crumble if they don't hear from a person, but they know that you're not going to be like that. And it doesn't mean that you're like hopelessly devoted to them, it just means you're quite an independent person, you got your own life, and if they actually can't be around, they can't be around, and like they're pretty confident that you'll be alright. Do you know what I mean? Which is not a bad thing. I mean, you've got free will, you could, you know, perfectly well go and like meet someone and settle down with them, and this person is like, I don't think they'll be mad about that. They're just, it is what it is, like their situation is their situation and that is what it is. What's the messy truth? Blocked as fuck. Ghosted, shut out, silent treatment. Well, I think it's the silent treatment, isn't it? Or you feel like shut out of things going on in this person's life, but they like, nah, I've got family drama and I've got like, you know, money problems and I need to just focus. Like, I've got to look after my own mental, like, and emotional well-being, because, you know, things like that suffer when money's not good or family are unhappy. Like, let's get the Shadow Love Oracle card deck. Toxic, destructive relationship, manipulative, gaslighting. Facing it, you know something isn't right, don't be afraid to find out the truth, it will set you free. What lies beneath? Oh, hang on, have we done clarifying love situations? Unexpected joys, life surprises are gifts, opening doors to unforeseen adventures. Entangled, establish and communicate your own boundaries. Bound by demands, stifled by expectations, it's time to redefine limits and reclaim freedom. Perhaps someone's trying to balance and trying to manage the expectations on them if they have children, if they have, you know, joint assets with another person, in separation, but, you know, everything's co-signed still. There's probably a lot to manage, there's probably a lot going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. The upshot of the upside of this is that, you know, they care about you, they want you to come back together, but it's like, you don't need to be in the loop of everything that's going on, because all it's going to do is distract you from the things you're getting on with Taurus. And it's not anything you can help with or anything you need to be, you know, like, they're not bringing anything to you. So they're not after your money then, because they're trying to sort out their own, okay? They're not after yours. They're pulling away, you know, in order to deal with that. If they were like putting it all on you and being like, can you help? That's not necessarily something you would like. So maybe look at it like that. If they were like bringing drama to you, that's not something you would like. So maybe look at it like that. Reframe it. What lies beneath, Oracle deck? Let's have a look. What lies beneath? Setting the record straight. Depression. See, I find that quite confusing, that card, that second setting the record straight one. Do they mean like getting revenge or like turning the tables on a situation, or like, because why have we got someone aiming at a target? That's like someone. I don't think setting the record straight is really the. Well, I suppose it is, yeah. I always think of setting the record straight like someone spread lies. The context we use in the UK, or certainly I have done my whole life, is like, now I'm setting the record straight. Like, I always took that as like someone's been spreading shit and lies. So I'm going to set the record straight. That's kind of the context and that everyone uses it. But this is like someone who's like, it looks like quite an angry card, the amount of red that's on it, and someone that's like practicing like aiming for a target. So it's like having it in for a particular person that's had it in for you, or and what's the word that I want to like, or phrase that I'm trying to think of? It's like when you've been wronged and you want to. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to improve their reputation, or someone's like accused them of something to do with money, or we had that King of Wands reversed, didn't we? So it's like their confidence, their self-esteem, their self-image. Maybe their like role as a provider is being like kind of like, you know, they're taking. Maybe people think they're not a good provider, or they've accused them of that, or they're feeling like they're not a good provider, or I don't know. It's making them feel down. It's to do with family, and it's to do with money. But I don't think that phrase goes well with that, like what's on that card. But I suppose the record comes off the, I don't know, the pin that it's spinning around on, and it goes wonky. It's like sorting it out. You know, like oh, that's interesting, because my person does music as well. Like something being stuck on loop, like you know, change the record, like setting the record straight. Yeah, it's like someone wants to improve their reputation. Someone wants to improve their reputation when it comes to family, money, and providing like security and happiness. So they might be spending a lot of time with their kids, as well as like, you know, spending money on them, or they might be making sure as well as that, they might be making sure that they've got money coming in, and like looking at the finances for the year, or like for joint stuff. But it's not that they don't, it's not that, you know, they're like done and then, you know, it's like they just got to deal with other stuff, like other realities. And it's left you feeling like unloved, like they must not be thinking of me, they must not be bothered about me, or you know, I like them more than they like me or something like that, but it's not. It's like they're dealing with other stuff. And I don't think you're taking it like quite so personally. I think you're like able to distance yourself from it and disassociate from it, not because you're kind of accepting that they don't like you. I think you're realising there might be other stuff going on behind the scenes that you're not privy to, and you don't need to be. You don't need to be. You'll like in this person's mind as a very positive thing, like something nice to think about. Does that make sense? They enjoy thinking about you when they've got time to think about you. It makes them feel better. So think of it like that. It doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but it's like how it has to be now. Let's get the Broken Mirror Oracle deck. Rock bottom, karma, jail, legal issues, life falling apart. They've definitely got a ton of stuff happening behind the scenes. Okay. Netflix and chill, sneaking around, friends and benefits, spending time with someone else. I mean, that could be like the dynamic they have or had with you. And so that's very sensitive, you know, how they handle the situation with family and joint assets and whatever else. They've got to be very careful that doesn't come out. I'm thinking it's definitely more to do with that than the issue of they don't want a family with you. They may not want it, but I don't think that's why they're staying away. They've obviously got a whole load of stuff going on behind the scenes. Look at this one. I just seen that now. Caught red-handed, secrets exposed. I said I was going to stop doing that, but no, I never agreed to that. When I gasp, people say it freaks them out. Makes them nervous. Okay. Someone could have found out about you, Taurus. You could be their secret, their little island oasis, and they found out about it and shit's popped off. That's why you haven't heard from this person, but there's all the other stuff going on as well. So yeah, don't take that personally, and I think enjoy the protection. Enjoy the protection. What would I compare that to? You're on some kind of like island out in the Pacific, and there's a huge like tropical storm coming, and you've got like a little shelter that someone's made for you, and you're wanting to like get out the shelter and help build other shelters, and they're like, no, you really need to stay in your shelter. And you're like, no, I want to come out and like help you to build other shelters. And then yeah, you just end up like with a terrible fate. Like, stay in your flopping shelter. And you'll be one less thing for this person to worry about. You might be crap at building shelters. So just appreciate the shelter you're being given. That's the message, okay. Did I get the unspoken truth? No. Unspoken truth deck. Sometimes the answer isn't yes or no, it's wait. There you go. Wait for the storm to pass. Wait for things to improve. Don't walk out in the middle of a hurricane and expect to get different conditions. Now, this is the third eye chakra with this like beautiful indigo colour. Intuition is my inner compass. Okay, if you suspect that things have gone quiet, because there's drama behind the scenes, then there probably is, and you're probably best off out of it. Okay, you're not taking it personally anymore. You're not thinking, oh my god, they're not into me, you know, like they don't love me, I'm an idiot, you know, because that's like making it all about yourself, isn't it? And it's not to say that you've got to put everyone else ahead of you, but it's like, if you don't understand why something's happening, then there's probably stuff you're not aware of. And do you really want that coming to your front door? Probably not. Probably not. Let people get on with their own stuff. And let them think of you and like you be their like happy, you know, place kind of thing. Whilst they're dealing with all that. It looks like that's what you have been doing. I'm not saying you haven't. It looks like that's what you have been doing, and that's your karmic lesson. You've learnt the lesson. You're breaking that cycle of like relating everything to yourself, and it's not because you're self-absorbed. It's because you're an empath and you like want to help people, but you also like could be someone that's like, is it because of something I've done, or like, you know, like I have to be involved, or like, you know, like there's just this sense of like you don't have to be involved in it. You don't have to. And it is going to distract you from what you're doing if you do that. If that person does do that, do you know what I mean? Where are we up to? Let's get a chakra whisper. Tomorrow I will be doing Gemini and Cancer, okay? I'll do Gemini and Cancer tomorrow. I am connected to the earth. See, this is the root chakra. It's your feeling of safety and security. That's interesting, wasn't it? The fact that I was talking about shelters in the storm. You know, you don't want to be someone that's in fight or flight mode. That's not gonna be enjoyable for you. Take the security, take the safety, stay grounded, stay focused, stay feeling good. Look after your root chakra, okay, because that leads to productivity, creativity, passion, desire, inspiration, ideas. You know that when people have the right conditions, they thrive, they perform really well. And that involves having, you know, if a child's given a house without drama, if a child's given a desk and a computer to work with, if they're given, you know, a nice bedroom with soft furnishings, and, you know, they're treated like someone who should hold their head high and think, you know, a kind of way about themselves, and they're given encouragement, and they're given practical resources and something that says we love you, that's, you know, of course they're going to thrive. So think of the root chakra as like your safety, your security. You know, if you make the house secure and you go around locking up at night, that child can go to sleep. So that's your inner child, okay? So if you're living in an environment where there's constant drama, as an adult, your inner child is feeling insecure, and you stop being able to problem solve. Your brain is flooded with cortisol. You can't think straight. You can't be productive. You haven't got any good ideas. You don't know how to get around difficulties that are coming up. You just become shit at life. as an adult because your inner child doesn't feel safe. You know, maybe you can't get pregnant, well, if you're living in a dangerous environment or dramatic environment. Is your body going to think, this is the ideal time to have a baby? No, it's not going to, you know, and thank God. So it's the same with, you know, like, I was going to talk about money and stuff like that, because it's not just, you know, we're not only in fight or flight mode when we feel like under physical threat. We feel under threat if we're going to lose the roof over our heads. We feel under threat if we're going to lose our job. You know, that's when people lose their libido. That's when people have got a headache or they're uptight. You know, they can't relax, they argue with each other, they overindulge in, you know, other substances. And you just... That's interesting that we've got the root chakra and your intuition is like, you're staying grounded, you're staying calm, you're not panicking, you're not having like, you know, anxiety or like anything like that. You're grounded and you know that's very important to look after. And I think the other person's doing the same. And in your gut, you know, like, yeah, there's probably like reasons for why that person hasn't been in touch. You are staying calm. Because I don't think this is their energy. I don't think this is their energy. I think that this is the outcome, whilst all of that's going on in the background, all of that. King of Wands reversed. Someone's guarding you from drama. That's what I'm getting from it. We'll see. We'll see from what you guys say. Let's get a timing for when you're going to hear from this person, because it says that they're hoping that you're going to, you know, come back together. Within a month, okay, so what are we in now? August, so mid-September, you might well hear from this person. So 4 weeks away, and then you've got some of you, it's going to be like 12 weeks away, more like December, or it could be you'll hear from them about something significant then and something significant then as well. So we've got September and December. Let's get you, in order to look after your root chakra, let's get you some affirmation moments. Living fully in the present shapes a meaningful past and a hopeful future. Yeah, just focus on what is right in front of you, Taurus. Live your best life. Be calm, be grounded, and separate yourself from other people's, you know, what they've got going on, because they're trying to keep you separate from it for good reason, for your well-being. Let's get a self-care wisdom card from the self-care wisdom cards deck. We've got space. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. Oh my gosh, how well does that go with this situation? How well does that go with this situation? You're breaking cycles, you're giving yourself space. You know, not everything around you relates to, you know, a person, you know, of interest, like in terms of love. You're becoming like very much independent, and, you know, you're not dependent on attention from a partner. your life's very stable, and the only thing that could really hinder it is if this person were to put all their stuff on you. So that's why they're not doing that. They're focused on money, they're focused on drama within their family, and they are hoping for you two to come back together in some time. So that could be in a month, it could be in 3 months, it could be that you get important communication both those times. More than likely. Live your life fully in the present. Okay, because if you just always worry about stuff, then how are you going to be able to look back at happy memories? You're like, oh, there's a photo of me worrying about stuff. What? Like, no one wants to look back at photos of themselves worrying. There's me worrying about stuff in the garden. There's me worrying about stuff in bed. There's me worrying about stuff at that castle we went to that time. What? You deserve to just relax and like have meaningful, days out, meaningful lunches out, dinners out, and go and do activities, like live your life. Because you won't have any like nice memories to look back at if you just spend it like worrying and over analysing shit. That's not living, is it? That's not living. I'm hungry. Wait, did I already pull one of these and I've just done it again? Yeah, it was to give yourself space. Anyway, we've got self-worth, elevate. You get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. Okay, so we've got that, but it was the first one about space. So like, just create space for yourself. Make sure you stay present. And I think that's what you have been doing. You're breaking the cycles of like doom. Let's get an essential oils. How pretty are these, by the way? Lemon eucalyptus energizes the spirit. Okay, so to feel like happy, to feel on cloud 9. Lemon eucalyptus, you can use it topically in creams or something like that. You can put it in a humidifier as an essential oil. Let's get you an angel number. You've got a few, Taurus. 1551, hold your vision, manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision and prosperity. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes that you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You might have such a beautiful, not you might have, you have such a beautiful, courageous and brave spirit. Okay, so this is about your journey, kind of by yourself in your own ventures and like thriving, irrespective of relationships. 1717, drama alert, independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, aspirations. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. Didn't you have... Yeah, I know I didn't imagine it. You've got the Hermit and the Two of Cups in the reverse, okay? So you might well raise your standards and think, what the fuck am I doing waiting around for someone that's constantly living with drama? Or if you don't feel that way, you might think, I'm going to raise my standards that I give myself, and I'm just going to spend like the appropriate amount of time thinking about something, and then I'm going to click back into focusing on myself. You then raise the standards with like what I want for myself, like in terms of my happiness, my well-being, and like how much I'm going to think about stuff. I'm not going to let myself sort of like doom scroll or like feel, you know, miserable, like doom scrolling through Moon, you know, like just whinging about not getting attention from someone. The Hermit, yeah, so sevens are reflective energy. You must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Stop it. Like, actually stop. So relevant. Clarity, 5555, great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace forward and process. You aren't a victim of circumstance, rather you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. So something you believe, this doesn't have to be love exclusively. It could be, you know, in other aspects of your life, whether it's education, whether it's business, your health. You are going in the right direction, Taurus, with something. And it's not something that you're necessarily going to do because of what, you know, what relationship you're in. It's like it's your time to thrive in whatever it is that you set your sights on. And you've already been doing that. It's something you've already been arms deep in, bringing it together. Like I had that big blow on Tuesday when it comes to, you know, the watch page ads. You know, I'm not going to be getting passive income from that now. That really upset me. And then like over like the few days after that, it's like, right, this is how we're going to view things. This is how we're going to galvanise. This is like how I'm going to make moves. And it's quite nice not chasing that kind of rainbow anymore. So like, 5's a number of change. 7 is reflective. It's looking inwards. It's walking this part of the journey alone and living fully in the present, because you're about to be very successful. Did I read that one? Yes, I did. Focus on the good, what is working well, and lean into it. Maintain your concentration on the outcomes that you desire. Don't sort of sit thinking about what's not working. Think about what is working and then be like really like motivated by that. It's asking you to put your time into, you know, whatever it is that you've had going on for a while. Put time into it, because think of that brown garden as like the relationship garden. Let that stay brown. Okay. My dad always says grass will come back. My mum always says grass will come back. And they're not talking about relationships, they're talking about grass. That's in like your lawn and your garden. You don't need to panic about it and think that it's dead. The grass always comes back. In a few months, when the weather changes, that grass can be green as anything. You never panic and start, you know, like hosing it down and drowning it, or it doesn't want that, and it doesn't really need it. It doesn't really need it, Taurus. So just trust that grass is going to come back. In terms of growing your own garden, your own business, your own career, your own accomplishments, if you want to travel different places and do different things and start hobbies and all the rest of it, grow that garden, because you're in control of that garden. Okay, that's like an internal thing that you can control in your immediate environment. That garden, that relationship garden, is brown as whatever, right? Because you're not in control of it and you just can't be, and that's just it. Okay, but that grass will come back. That lawn will be thriving in a few months. So keep that in mind, put it to the side and just live in the present and get on with your shit. Okay, that's the vibe, because Spirit's telling you that you're experiencing major changes, but what you view to be not good, you're actually focusing on like the negative aspect of that. And over like the next few days, I'm not talking about relationships at all right now, over the next few days you're going to lean into what is working and lean out away from what isn't working, and like pivot yourself in the right direction, because it's actually already a success. It's actually already a success, whatever it is, whether it's a business or a career that you've got, or a charity or something that you're cultivating. It's already a success. It's like you're leaning into it even more, making it even more like so. And like drama and overly trying to like flood, with a hose, like a lawn that just, the conditions will change in the wider sense. External realities will change in the wider sense in a few months, and you don't need to do anything. You actually don't need to do anything with that garden. I hope that makes sense. I do like a metaphor, I do like an analogy. Please like, share, subscribe, drop a comment if any reading resonates. Visit the website www.sevenchakrastarot.com. Email me if you want a reading. Have a look at Instagram, have a look at the funny memes. Direct message on Instagram or TikTok if you want a reading. They're all £25 for half an hour. I will come on and do another live tomorrow for Gemini and Cancer. I'm just trying while I can to see if it benefits to do a live each day rather than just going live once a week. Like maybe I'll get more presents or reach different people. It's just an experiment, but it helps me to like not sit for 6 hours as well. It's not healthy, it's not good. All right, take care guys. I will see you in the next one.